Students, so today we are going to discuss about the resonance. So what is resonance? So resonance is a special case of forced vibration. So I hope you remember what is forced vibration. Forced vibration means the vibrations uh, in presence of any external force is called forced vibration. Now for example, suppose you have a swing, okay, and your friend is sitting on the swing, okay, and you are pushing this swing from behind, okay. You are pushing this swing means you are applying force on this swing. So so the so then what will happen, it will go forward and backward. So when you are not pushing, so this swing will go oscillate so few times, 4 5 times, and then it will come to rest. But when you are pushing from behind, it will continue to oscillate forward and backward, okay. So this is the example of forced vibration. Now what is resonance means when the frequency of the externally applied force is equals to frequency of is equals to frequency of natural frequency of the body. Then what will happen, the body, it will oscillate with a large amplitude, okay, or increased amplitude. This is called resonance. So condition for the resonance is frequency of the externally applied force must be equals to natural frequency of that body. So that at that time, that body, it will oscillate with um, increase amplitude, okay, or a large amplitude. So this is called the resonance. So the definition of resonance is when the frequency of the externally applied periodic force on a body is equals to its natural frequency, the body readily begins to vibrate with an increased amplitude. So this phenomena is known as resonance. For example, so we'll take the second example first. So for example, so here you can see that you have uh, you have four pendulums, okay. So and they the this four these four pendulums, they are connected through a rubber string, okay. Now one thing is that the length of string A, okay, pendulum A and pendulum B are same, okay. If the length of pendulum A is 5 meter, then the length of pendulum B is 5 meter. Now you I have the frequency, the equation for the frequency of the pendulum is equals to F is equals to 1 by 2 pi root of G by L. So that means this frequency in a pendulum, it depends on what, depends on only length, because G is what, G is constant, gravitational, it is constant, 2 pi is also constant, it depends on the length. So if the length of two pendulums are same, that means their natural frequency are same, okay. So A and B they have same length, so that means their natural frequency is same. Now if you push this first pendulum, okay, so it will continue, it will start oscillating, okay. So it will oscillate, it will go forward and backward. So when this first pendulum A, it will oscillate, it will so due to the oscillation in pendulum A, this rubber string, it will start vibrating, okay. So when the rubber string, it will vibrating, it will again this rubber string, it will force the pendulum C, B and D to vibrate, okay. So due to this rubber string, the pendulum B, C and D, they will start to oscillate. Now the pendulum C and D, they will oscillate but with a small amplitude, okay. So they with a small amplitude, but since the frequency, natural frequency of A and natural frequency of B, they are same, then what will happen, the first this pendulum B, first it will oscillate with a small amplitude, but after few time it will oscillate with a large amplitude. Why? Because due to the resonance, because their natural frequency is same. If the natural frequency of A is 20 hertz, then the B is also 20 hertz, okay. So what will happen, the C and D, they will oscillate with a small amplitude, okay. But this string of this pendulum B, it will oscillate with a large amplitude. So this is the first example of resonance. Now remember, just remember one thing, that is that when of the this pendulum B, it will oscillate with a large amplitude, then the pendulum A, it will oscillate with a small amplitude, but after few time its amplitude will decrease, but at that time the this pendulum A, it will oscillate with a large amplitude. Okay, so that means uh, what I am trying to say, this A and B, they will not oscillate with a large amplitude simultaneously. Okay, so when A will oscillate with a large amplitude, B will oscillate with a small amplitude. When B will oscillate with a large amplitude, then A will oscillate with a small amplitude. This is just because of the energy transfer. Okay, now the first example is that, so here you have a two tuning forks. Okay, so and the frequency of these two tuning forks are same. So if the frequency of this first one is 400 hertz, okay, the frequency of second one is also 400 hertz. Okay, so their frequency are same actually, and they are connected to a sound box. Okay, so inside the sound box, what you have actually ear. Okay, so here you have a ear, here also you have a ear. Now if you hit this first sound box, first tuning fork with something, with a rubber pad or something else, so then what will happen, first tuning fork A, it will start vibrating. Okay, so when this tuning fork, it will vibrate, the due to the vibration in the tuning fork A, so this air column, it will vibrate. So inside this sound box you have air, so this air column, it will start vibrate. Now when this air column inside the sound box A, it will vibrate, it will force to it will force the air column inside the sound box B to vibrate. Okay, so due to the vibration of air column A, okay, this air column A, this air column B, this will also vibrate. Okay, now this air column B, it will again, then this air column B, it will force this tuning fork B to oscillate. So due to this air column B, this second tuning fork, this one, it will start vibrating. Now there these two tuning fork, okay, they have the same frequency, so that means they have same natural frequency. So at that time you will hear a very large sound. Okay, why? Because they have same natural frequency. Now if their natural frequency is not same, suppose this frequency of the tuning fork is 400 hertz and the second one is 300 hertz, in that case you will not hear a large sound. Okay, you can hear a small sound but not a loud sound. So when their natural frequency is same, at that point only you will hear a loud sound because of resonance. Now the third example is resonance in a pipe actually. So here you have a tube. Now for a moment you just forget this part. Okay, you just ignore this part. Okay. Suppose you have a tube A. Okay, and it is connected to a stand, and here you have a just a opener. Okay, so you can open the, so you can open the water so that the water level can go down. Okay, so you have a opener. So what and here so the experiment is, so when you suppose you are vibrating a um, suppose you are hitting a tuning fork and this tuning fork is vibrating here. So when the tuning fork will vibrate, what will happen? So inside, above this water you have some air molecules, so that means you have air column. So due to the, so when this tuning fork, it will vibrate, it will force the air column to vibrate. So due to this tuning fork, this air column, it will vibrate. Okay, now suppose the frequency of this tuning fork is 400 hertz and the air column is vibrating. So that suppose the frequency of this air columns is 100,000 hertz. Okay, now remember the frequency relation between frequency in a air column is F is proportional to 1 by L. Okay, so if length will increase, then frequency will decrease. Correct? So now suppose you so it is connected to a tap. Now suppose you have opened the tap. So what will happen? The water level will go down, correct? So suppose water level has gone down. Now water level has gone down means the length of the air column has increased. So now the frequency of the air column is suppose 600 hertz. Now again also in the previous case you will hear a um, very very low sound, and in this case also you will hear a low sound, not a loud sound. Now again suppose you open the tap also. Now again the air column has the water level has gone down. So water level has gone down means the length of the air column has increased. Okay. So length of the air column is increased. So that means frequency will decrease. Now suppose now frequency is 400 hertz, and the frequency of this tuning fork is also 400 hertz. So in this point, when the frequency of this tuning fork and the frequency of the air column they are same, at this point you will hear a large sound or loud sound. Okay, at this point you will hear a loud sound. So what will happen when the frequency of the air column, not the water column, this air column, when the frequency of air column and the frequency of this tuning fork they will same, at that point resonance will occur and you will hear a loud sound. So this is the experiment. So now coming to this part, so this is nothing but, so this is actually a, here you have a vessel B. So the vessel B can go up and down. Okay, you can move this vessel B and they are connected to a rubber tube. So that means when this when this what is called vessel B, it will go up and down. So that means the water level will go water level in tube A, it will also go up and down. Okay, so at at a point you will at a height, particular height, you will hear a loud sound. When you will hear a loud sound, when the frequency of this air column is equals to frequency of this tuning fork. Okay, so at that point you will hear a loud sound. Now just one thing, remember that sometimes in your exam they ask you, suppose at the length of, when the length of the air column is 4 meter, at that point you are hearing a loud sound. Now next when you can hear a loud sound. Now in that case just remember, you don't have to understand anything here, just remember, just when the length is L, length of the air column is L, 3L or 5L or and so on, then you can hear a loud sound. So the what I'm trying to say is that if the length is 4 meter and you can at the length of 4 meter you are hearing a loud sound, then after the length of 3L, that means 12 meter, you will hear a loud sound. After when the length will be 20 meter, then you will hear a loud sound and so on. Okay, 4 meter, 12 meter and 20 meter. Okay, so this kind of, so if you are hearing a loud sound at 4 meter, then again after when the length will be 12 meter, then you will hear a loud sound. For another example, suppose question is length of the air column is, okay, so when the length of the air column is 10 meter, you are hearing a loud sound. So next when you can hear a loud sound, so at 10 meter you are hearing a loud sound. So after 3L length, that means 30, when the length will be 30 meter, then again you will hear a loud sound. When the length will again 50 meter, then again you will hear a loud sound. Okay, so in higher class, in class 11, you actually have this calculation, the length in a air column. So this actually called length in a closed organ pipe. So you have calculation L, when the length will be L, 3L, 5L, then you will hear a loud sound. So for now you just have to remember, when the length is L, 3 and 5L and so on. Okay, 7, then you can hear a loud sound. So thank you for today.